We've all heard teachings over the years about not eating food sacrificed to idols, as is taught in 1 Corinthians chapter 8. I was reading the beginning of the chapter today, and it just struck me as interesting. Just the way it's said in the different translations. In the New Living Translation, starting in verse 1, it says, "Now, regarding your question about food that has been offered to idols, yes, we know that we all have knowledge," it is in quotes, "about this issue. But while knowledge makes us feel important, it is love that strengthens the church. Anyone who claims to know all the answers doesn't really know very much." Have you ever been in that position? I was a long time ago. I'd read the Bible through once and I thought, I got it down now. I know everything. No, boy, was I wrong. But the person who loves God is the one whom God recognizes. And then it goes on to talk about eating the food sacrificed to idols. But listen to this. I want to read you some of this in the Amplified Bible. This is, some people would say, is the Amplified Classic. This is my Amplified Bible that I bought back in the 70s. So yeah, it's classic. Now, about food offered to idols. Of course we know that all of us possess knowledge concerning these matters. Yet, mere knowledge causes people to be puffed up. You ever run into somebody that is just puffed up because they think they know it all? It's not a pretty sight. To bear themselves loftily and be proud, but love, that is, affection and goodwill and benevolence, edifies and builds up and encourages one to grow to his full stature. If anyone imagines that he has come to know and understand much of divine things without love, he does not yet perceive and recognize and understand as strongly and clearly, nor has he become as intimately acquainted with anything as he ought or as is necessary. But if one loves God truly, with affectionate reverence, prompt obedience, and grateful recognition of his blessing, he is known by God, that is, recognized as worthy of his intimacy and love, and he is owned by him. So I want to encourage you today, as much as you know and you think you know, and I'm sure you know a lot because you've been reading the Bible for a while and you've been listening to me, so you know a little bit. Anyway, continue to grow in knowledge. Never think you have arrived, because you haven't. Because if you had arrived, you'd be with him in heaven now. So study the word, keep studying, and walk in love. And I'll talk to you soon.